Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to field number 7 for the first day of 4 games in the U.S. Youth National Soccer Championships from Frisco, Texas. Today we bring you the U17 boys between Sporting St. Croix and Solar Chelsea Red 99. We're a couple minutes underway, and no really action going on here, as this is game number 2 for the two teams in the U17 boys region. Yesterday, Solar Chelsea Red won 2-1. Carlos Flores had both of those goals, and for Sporting Croy, they lost 1-0 to Seattle United. And for Sporting Croy, this is pretty much a do-or-die game. You don't want to drop your first 2 games to losses. And it looks like this play is underway. Alex Santos is in the center circle, and he's in pain. And now our head referee today, Salma Perez, is going to stop play, and we'll have to, and she'll take a look at him, and she's waving on the coach. But early on, really nothing. No chances, not really anything going on, and now we have the injury break, and it looks like one of the Sporting Croy players is on the sidelines warming up. Temperature a little cooler than yesterday to go along with much more cloud cover than yesterday. There were some big dark clouds that came rolling through at the end of the 3:30 games, but no rain in the Frisco area. The storm kind of fizzled out as it got around this soccer complex. And now Santos up and looks to be coming off the field. He's limping a little bit, as you can see on the video, but today cloud cover is expected. I think the humidity might be down a tad, but hard to tell. It's still humid out here today, but I imagine we can expect another hot one. The high's around 97 today, upper 90s, but right now it's 7:30. It feels fairly nice outside. If only it could keep like this the rest of the game. And now coming in is going to be Ken Love Solon, and he will come in for Santos. As Warby has it down the right side. And now he tried to send in the middle for one of his teammates, but came up, and Nathan Feiner intercepted that one. But Chelsea intercepts it back. Garcia tried to get a through ball to Carlos Flores. The 2 goals from him yesterday were enough for Solar Chelsea Red to get those crucial 3 points. But he couldn't find his teammate there. Free ball cleared away by Daniel Lopez after Nathan Feiner was going after it, trying to get a break. And now Chelsea regains possession. Flores' long shot was deflected there and picked up by the goalie, Peyton Spencer. Spencer, the goalie for Sporting Croy, is committed to St. John's College in Minnesota. And now Victor Garcia gets it taken away from him. Up to Feiner. They'll send a long ball over the top, diagonal to the left side, and that ball's going to roll out of bounds. And now Atta Claramond was chasing after it and won themselves a throw in right in front of our broadcast area. Patrick Allen's going to throw it in. Into the box, was looking. As now Chelsea gets it, they'll send it to the middle of the field, right where Croy defender is. And And now Chelsea has it right in the center circle. Midfield, they send it over to Warby Jatubo. But it's taken away and attempt clear, but Jatubo has it into the box for Flores, and that's kicked out for a corner kick on the right side. The right corner. And now short corner taken, cross comes in now, head into the back, head on it, and save! What a save! Double save by Spencer. Coming off the header, he dives to his right, makes the saves, then the rebound makes another save. Boy, what a save there by Peyton Spencer to keep it scoreless early on. I think that was Carlos Flores that got on the head of that header. He rose above everyone, and now we're going to have a goal kick. It's ruled a goal kick at the end. Boy, big moment early on in this game. Ball headed around as Croy tries to regain possession, and that falls to Clermont. And Jatobu loses it, gets it back to Allen. Now Jatobu has it, tries to go around, and that's going to be out for a Croy throw-in. The Sporting St. Croix, Minnesota. They're from Stillwater, Minnesota. Interesting story. There's a nice story on the USYS Soccer Championship.com as they get possession of the ball and they try to do one-touch passes, but to no avail. It falls into the goalie Edgar Davia's hands. An interesting story. Last year they made the Nationals. They were the first ever team from Minnesota to make the Nationals, and they earned their spot in the National League. The 15-16 season, they went 4-1-2, and that's how they earned a spot in this tournament. And now coming up the right side is Solon. Solon has it, doing a little step over, now sends it in the middle to the shot comes in, and that goes wide. And as I was mentioning, I was trying to check some numbers. Looks like Vladimir Judy, other known as Busquets, he has changed his number from 16 to 6, and that ball is coming right at us, and that one is going to bounce out of play. Throw in Chelsea. Busquets in that 15-16 season in which Sporting Croy finished second in their league table. Solar Chelsea Red was in, they won their red divisions. Croy was in the blue division. They never played each other, but that's how Croy clinched a spot for back-to-back appearances in the Nationals. They went 4-1-2, 14 points, scored 6 goals for, and only allowed 6 as that free kick falls right to the feet of Daniel Lopez. And now Dario Ramirez and Lopez playing 1-2. Ramirez now back to Garcia. Garcia to the right. Garcia still with it, and he gets taken out by 3 Croy defenders. They'll send it out wide to Tubo, and that's coming up here. And now on the counter is Croy, and that's Claremont working on the right side. He's got Solon in the middle, tried to find Solon, but nice defense by Reed Yanni. And now Patrick Allen on the left side. Right here in front of us is Busquets. Busquets, nice move around him. Left-footed cross coming into the box and headed away by Yanni. Croy has it now. This is the best offensive work we've seen from Croy today. In front of us, Busquets, Allen, now to Busquets. Busquets has Allen behind him, overlapping run. Cross in, low cross. Tried to find the foot, but coming off his line to grab it was Tavia. And also something interesting about Sporting Croy, they have 3 Haitians on their team. They were adopted by parents from St. Paul. The Haitians are Atta Claremont, Ken Love Solon, and Vladimir Judy, but he goes by Busquets. So interesting story, and that's really those 3 players have really changed their team, Sporting Croy. And now ball right in front of us, last touched by Busquets. And now Garrett Morgan will take the throw in. And now they get it back. Flick on header by Solon. To no avail, but they get it back. And trying to get it now. Chelsea regains possession. That's their captain, Carlos Flores, that has it. In the Region 3 tournament, he had 6 goals, which was tied for the lead in the region. And in the 15-16 league season, he had 3 goals. And now going down the right, Flores tried to get across, blocked by Croy. And big long boot forward. Solon heads it, chested to himself, and tried to send Busquets after it. Or Claremont after it, pardon me. Solon, nice little thought there, as then the through ball pass, trying to get Flores down the right flank. Out of play for a goal kick. Other since that first spurt, about 6-7 minutes into the game when Peyton Spencer made those 2 saves. That's been the only action in this one. And by Kola. Ashwin Kola was in the goal kick there, but now Chelsea has it, and they lose possession now, regain it again. Nice fancy dribbling by Capacet. Dario Ramirez has it. Ramirez looks to his left, finds one of his teammates, long cross in, shot in, and hits the left side netting. Out of play for a goal kick. Now that falls to Claremont. Claremont has it. Working the sideline. Claremont tries to keep it in. He does. He gets around the corner, trying to too big of a heavy touch, and Garrett Morgan gets some words of encouragement. Good job from his head coach. Solar Chelsea Red, they clinched their spot in the championship with their win of the Red Division in the 15-16 league year, going 5-1-1, 16 points, scored 18 goals, gave up 7, and in their Region 3 tournament, they went 3-0 in the pool play, in the group play, with 10 goals for, none against, but they lost in the semifinals 3-0 to CESA Premier from South Carolina. Or Premier SC. So they won yesterday 2-1 against Pipeline Black. Croy lost yesterday 1-0 against Seattle United. Croy coming out, you can see playing maybe as the more, both teams coming out with high intensity as Croy wins it back in midfield. Pass too heavy, but right idea to Solon from Feiner, who is committed to Wartburg College. Bouncing ball settles to Croy. Solon, far right side. He touched it last, and that's going to be a red throw. Chelsea red. And now comes in, falls to the Flores there. Now looked like Chelsea had a good chance there as it went to Person. Cross outside, miscommunication with Person. And Victor Garcia. And now Garcia, nice touch there to get it to Jatubo. Jatubo, right side, been quiet after an early flashes from him, but Feiner gets it back. Now to Solon. He was looking for Claremont, but intercepted by Yanni. Now Garcia, right flank. Garcia back over to Person. Into Jatubo, and Garcia tried to do some nice footwork, but couldn't come up with it. And Croy has it. Now they can try and tip something up. Solon. Now it's Cola. Cola still swarmed by 3 Chelsea players and tried to send a back pass to Solon, but Solon called for a foul. Now Garcia tries to find an outstretched leg of, that was Flores, and turned it over. And now they'll send another diagonal long pass to Claremont. Garrett Morgan was there to sniff that one out. Morgan committed to Dallas Baptist University. And the Dallas Baptist U coach has just showed up, sitting right by us. Nice move down the left side, and they'll send a through ball to Claremont. Morgan and Claremont in a foot race. Morgan wins it out. Pass up to Person. Person right in front of the broadcasting area and sends it up the line, and it's going to be chested out of play. Now Garcia into Jatobu. Jatobu shot and score! Goal, Chelsea! Warby Jatobo on the score sheet today. Shielded his defender and put it right into the right side of the net to give Chelsea a 1-0 lead. Assist on the play. think that was by Victor Garcia. We'll check the statistician during the water timeout. But Warby Jatubo on the board. In the 22nd minute. Now Chelsea has it back again. The thing with Sporting Croy, they send a lot of long diagonal passes in, but haven't been able to come to connect on them. And now Garcia, Victor Garcia working through the middle, finds out to the right side to Person. Person with it. Still with it, Person now cutting inside, tried to find Flores, deflected. Now he'll send it back to Lopez. Now to the left side. And that was stolen by Feiner. Feiner tried to send a through ball pass to Claremont. And that's taken away, and Chelsea has it again. Foul called on Feiner as he just stopped Garcia right in his track, stuck out the extra leg. Collision, and Garcia went to the ground. And now Jatubo going into the box, and Mova. It was actually ball went out of play, so it'll be a goal kick. The low goal kick falls right to Flores. Flores in the middle finds Warby. Jatubo. Now Ramirez. Ramirez shot and falls right. Saved and was sitting right there for Jatubo again, but Croy was able to clear it out, and that will be a corner. Boy, nice save there by Peyton Spencer, but pushed it right in front of his goal, and that could have been dangerous if there weren't any Croy defenders still sitting there. It's actually going to be a Croy throw-in. Zip ball. Thought that ball got out. It did, just for a throw-in and not a corner or goal kick. Now we get the throw. And that ball's out of play, and that'll be another Croy throw, and Garcia wasn't able to keep it in. Chelsea won the header, and now that's Garcia. Garcia tried to find Jatubo. And he couldn't, but now Chelsea will re-get it in their defensive half. Yanni over to the far side where Ramirez, Angel Ramirez is. Long ball into Jatubo. But Nathan Feiner has it. Feiner lays it off for his teammate. Long curling ball into Claremont, who Garrett Morgan comes in. Does nice defensive play. And now Claremont with Gordon on him. Solon, or no, pardon me, Busquets. Flips the side of the field. That looks like Joseph Young. Attempted cross deflected. Solon loses the header back, and chested down by Busquets. Busquets can't get it. It's cleared away by Ramirez. And now Jatubo has it. Nice move, Deeks, a defender. 2-on-1, cutting through the middle. Jatubo goes around, and he's holding for a foul because Devin Kennedy held out his arm to slow him down. But no foul called by our referee, Salma Perez. Chelsea and their all blue, if you know the Chelsea Premier League club, the jerseys are the same as those. And for Sporting St. Croix, they are in white tops with navy blue shorts, and to go along with blue socks with white Adidas stripes around the top. Now we'll have a substitution. Looks like Nathan Feiner coming off. Coming on, number 4, Robert Enigo Bogu. The ball coming into the box. Headed. Busquets has it and swarmed by defense. Good defense there by Garrett Morgan, and Chelsea will clear it down, chasing after it is Jatubo. And that one's out of play again. Another Croy throw in. 1-0 Chelsea leads. This will be a Croy throw. Busquets, pass intercepted right to off of the deflection of Flores and Jatubo. But now Croy has it up the right side. Zhang to Farrington. Farrington now. Solon. Busquets. Outside pass to Clermont. Clermont right outside the 18-yard box. Tried to go a high curling shot. And it goes over the bar. No water break, as there were after games yesterday, but some of the players on the Chelsea getting some water. And now Jatubo lose it out. They'll send it back to Spencer. Now Busquets. Clermont, far right side, maybe trying to get away from Morgan if he can get something happen. And Clermont tries to go through a couple red defenders, and Clermont playing the ball on the ground. We got called for a foul by Perez, the referee. Garrett Morgan, the left back, has been able, the right back, pardon me, has been able to shut down the leading goal scorer for Sporting Croix, Atta Clermont. He had 9 goals in the 15-16 league season. That led the league, both divisions, the blue and the red divisions, in scoring. And Garrett Morgan doing a nice job as the right back, closing him, shutting him out so far, and I think they'll switch him to the right winger. Now Morgan playing up, has it, cross in, shot, and past the diving Spencer out of play. That was a shot, not a cross. Looked like a cross from here. That goes wide. Morgan had plenty of space there. And now we're going to have a substitute. Coming, we'll see who it is. And off the goal kick, Chelsea wins it back. Nice couple step overs, a little flare. Now Person called for a high foot. Will be on the foul. And it will be Croy free kick right at midfield. Now coming into the game is number 8, Marcel Sanchez. Leaving, Victor Garcia. Garcia really active work on the right side today. He's done his good. He's put in a good work shift. I imagine he'll be back in the second half. And now the free kick long towards Curler to the left box, headed out of play by Morgan. That'll be a Croy throw. Now that ball's headed back to midfield. They'll head it over. Oh. And now Sanchez with the first touch, a little behind Jatubo. That will be out of play as Jatubo touched it last. Busquets to Solon. Back to Busquets. Now Busquets had it. There's a ball from another field right outside the Chelsea 18-yard box. Could come into question here if one of the players doesn't kick it out. And now Garrett Morgan will kick it out of play. Gets back in position as Busquets. Now a pass to the left side. It's number 42 that has it. Busquets tried to cross but blocked by Flores, and then another block by Flores. Cola. Now left side, nice work by Person to keep it in play. Get some moves and ons from his teammates. Person now has it. Pass up to Sanchez. Sanchez loses it and will win in the corner. Or a throw-in, pardon me. I don't know why I said corner. And now we'll have a substitute. Coming on, number 24 is Zachary Lant. Leaving is Joseph Young. Also leaving number 18, Tyler Piper. And leaving Dario Ramirez for Chelsea. And coming on, number 4, Jacob Dubose. Long ball in, headed out. But Ramirez has it, and now it's Solon. Solon. Nice slide tackle on the backtrack by Ramirez. Angel Ramirez gets it, and could have been a chance for Sporting Croy. Devin Kennedy, right back, a nice play to keep it in on the right side, and now battle on the far side of the field. Busquets tried to shield, but taken away from him, and it falls right to Person. To Dubose. He's got Garrett Morgan all alone on the right side, and now they see it. They're going to go diagonal pass, and they find Morgan. Morgan leads it to Dubose, but after an outstretched foot, but Morgan has it back. Morgan And now Flores had it. Flores gets it taken away for a Chelsea throw. "37 minutes gone by. Chelsea leads 1-0, and they just won themselves a corner kick. Now the corner taken, comes in, jumping and clearing it. It was Cola for Croy, but it falls right back to the feet of Flores. Flores, long cross over everyone, trying to save it is Daniel Lopez, and he can't, and that will be goal kick. Peyton Spencer here in goal today, and the kick taken right off by Flores. Flores, the captain of the squad, then gets it taken away from him by Anigabu. Now falls to Capacete. Ooh, nice skill from Ramirez. Tried to find Jitubo. Couldn't. Now charging down the side is Atta Clarimond. Clarimond cuts back in and slide tackled away by Ramirez. Two subs. The goal scorer will be Jitubo. And now coming on for him is Taryn Tate. Now the Croy throw to Busquets. Busquets, as the sun is now shining on the field. Nice little cool breeze. Busquets gets taken down on the, trying to do a spin move. And now we'll have a free kick coming off. Number 18, Alistar Person, coming on. Number 27, or 21, Collie McCullough coming on. And now the free kick. Low shot coming in and just got a piece of Edgar Davila. He went diving to his right. That was a shot, did look like it had a lot, but almost creeped in the back of the net. Now we'll have a corner kick. As Busquets over it, takes it into the box. Almost found the back of the head of Enigbogu, and he's called for the foul as he just pushed Angel Ramirez to the ground. Final moments of the first half. Chelsea leading 1-0. A win today for Chelsea should secure them in the semifinal round. Falls to Busquets after going around ahead. Oh, nice pull back and then drag. Tries to send a ball into Clermont. Clermont keeps it in play. Header and the cross saved by Edgar Davila. And now McCullough sends one. And Taryn Tate chasing down the right side. That was a good idea, as Tate was one-on-one and Tate ended up winning his team a throw-in. Or there's a Croy throw, but now Chelsea wins it right back. Falls to the feet of Flores. Flores to Ramirez. Now cross comes in over everything, and there's really no one in the box. Angel Martinez will check in. At the next stoppage of play, booming goal kick. Now falls to Flores. Flores chip over, and Tate coming off his line is Spencer, and Spencer clears it after a couple of the defenders shield him, so he could have done that. Now falls to the feet of Cola. Back to Busquets. Still Busquets. Crosses fields up to the left. Now they'll send it high into Clermont. Clermont going after it, but that was right in the position of Davila. Flores in. Coley. McCullough. Now Flores switches sides to the left for Sanchez. Sanchez now Flores. Flores tried to flick it on to Sanchez, and it was a little behind Sanchez. And now Clermont has it after letting it bounce. Clermont on the right side. Yanni on him. Into the box, and the Croy player called for a foul. We'll have a sub. That is the Angel Martinez, and coming off will be the captain, Carlos Flores. Get him a little rest for the start of the second half. Ramirez taking the free kick. And that will be the end of the first half, with Chelsea leading Sporting St. Croix 1-0 on a goal in the 22nd minute from Morby Jatubo. We'll be back with the second half after these messages.
What is it that defines us? A collection of moments that develop into a memory. Each day, each hour, each second. Our minds let go of 1,000 things a day. Dates of wars and deaths of kings. The tears that dry and the pain that fades. What really is a memory? The immortal thought that makes an ever-changing moment unchangeable. What you make of those moments determines if they are ingrained in you or lost forever. Your memories take the lessons from your journey and turn them into a roadmap for your future. For what is each person's course except a series of choices between the right way and the easy way? Those choices will contribute to the voice in the back of your head that tells you to go further and push harder. The voice that reminds you of the pain of coming up short, or that your time at the top is fleeting. Dedication ensures that when your time comes and you are called to play, that moment will be imprinted on your memory forever. In the years to come, will you look back and wish you had done something differently? Or will you know that you left it all on the field, giving everything you had and everything that you are? This is your moment. How will you remember it?
We made it to nationals, and that was amazing because we were one of the best. I think at the time it was 4 teams. It was a round robin, actually. So it was the best 4 teams in the whole nation, and so we thought we were just the next best thing since sliced bread. And I think that playing in that tournament was so surreal because you played against other club teams that were so good and at the same level as you that you know don't necessarily always get the chance or opportunity to play against, which was so great for us because we were like, wow, these girls are like just as good as us, if not better, and we have to compete at the highest level and play these 3 games, or at that, yeah, it was a round robin, so we played the 4, but still that just reminds me of how competitive I was and my teammates were at that age, which also I think helped me get to the next level. And being that competitive at the club level has only helped me, continue to grow in my competitive spirit and level that I'm playing at right now.
The national championships was really, really special. I think that was like the biggest thing I had really won, and that's kind of for youth soccer growing up, that was kind of the ultimate prize. And I think we were always super ambitious in achieving that and to have that happen. And I think what's so special about youth soccer is that it's really your family. The girls that you grow up with become like your sisters, and you do everything. And there's just like such a strong camaraderie there. So to play with a team that you've played for a while with, and with these girls, it's a very special feeling to win something like that.
Those were really great moments because at such a young age, I feel like I was competing for something and really working hard to, perform for my team. And it was no longer just about, whatever the result is the result. I mean, at the end of the day, you win some, you lose some. But that was probably the moments that I was like, whoa, we got to win. We got a state championship on our hands that we could actually bring home. And I think those are really cool moments because, you remember a lot of the times that you win. You try to remember the losses as well because you do learn from them. But at the same time, you want to remember the wins that you have. So state championships were definitely a really important part of my memory.
Sometimes you can play with the best players. To play against the best players is where you get better. My team went to the national championship one time. Unfortunately, we didn't win, but it was just an amazing experience to feel like, and I'm from a small town, so to feel like you were competing against the best in the country is something that I'll always remember.
Our state cup was fun. My team was very competitive. I mean, we had a lot of competition as well, but I can't remember how many we won. Maybe 9, I think, is what we counted with our team, which made it so much fun. That was always like the big goal at the end is win state cup, go to regionals, and go to nationals. And we always fell short going to nationals, which still hurts today to even talk about. But I had so much fun in those tournaments, and my team made it even 10 times better to be a part of.
I get to play now in front of huge crowds and with all this spotlight and attention, and I don't think I'll ever have that feeling that I did going through my U14 national championship. I remember winning state cup. I can tell you how I scored, what the score was. I remember going to Hawaii. That was our regionals, Region 4, and I remember that national championship. And I think that it stays with me so much because it was about camaraderie. It was about growing and learning who you were, and making these lifelong bonds.
We are back here for the start of the second half with Solar Chelsea Red leading 1-0 on a Warby Jatubo goal in the 22nd minute. That's all the scoring here. Yesterday, Chelsea won 2-1, and Croy lost 1-0. As players are ready and we are underway for the start of the second half. Moving right to left is Chelsea, moving left to right. Is Croy. Chelsea in the blue, all blue, just like Chelsea FC in the Premiership. Sporting Croy white shirts, blue shorts, blue socks. Chelsea had a lot of possession in the first half. Sporting Croy was going with the diagonal balls. We'll have to see how that plays out in the second half. And there is Tyler Piper sending it up to Solon, and a Croy player ended up down on the ground, and Chelsea comes away with it. Ball sent to the middle, intercepted by Feiner. And taken away by Chelsea. That was... And now Warby, the goal scorer, Jatubo. As Claremont has it, Atta Claremont led the league 15-16 year in scoring with 9 goals in the classification in both divisions. These teams didn't play in the league because they were in different divisions. So this will be the first time they played. Carlos Flores scored both goals yesterday for Chelsea Red. And now Claremont, nice pass to the middle, but that's all the way back and falls to Flores' feet. Flores now has it. He's up to Garcia. Garcia on the sideline, trying to keep it in. Nice job there by Joseph Young to get it away. And now cross comes in by Santos. Alex Santos, low cross comes in right to the feet of a Chelsea defender and falls to Garcia, who looks to start the Chelsea attack. Ramirez back to Garcia. Flores. Now Garcia leaves a ball for that, and Kennedy slide tackle out of play. Throw in right in front of our broadcasting area. Ramirez weaving through outside the 18-yard box. Cross comes in, missed the head, but falls right to Flores, and couldn't control his first touch, and that ball is cleared. Foul called as Alex Santos got sandwiched by 2 Chelsea defenders. That falls. Garcia, one-touch pass, chasing after it. Ramirez tried to go right through Kennedy. And good defense there by Kennedy. And that'll be a foul on Chelsea again as they took down Santos. And now we'll finally get the free kick. Devin Kennedy taking it. And couldn't find anyone other than a Chelsea player, but setting it back in, Patrick Allen. And now it falls to the goal scorer, Orbi Jatubo, and this can't control his touch, out of play. Throw in for Sporting Croy. Busquets leaves one off to Claremont. Claremont cross in, and Davila doesn't let it go across the mouth of the goal, and he gets it at his near post. And he sends it forward. Sun is out again. We're expecting some rain showers later today, maybe around the 2-3 o'clock area, so it might affect the last game, the morning session. And now Busquets, Claremont comes in and gets taken down. That'll be a free kick. Well, right now the sun is out and it is warming up out here. It warms up quick. 7:30 starts, it feels good until about 8, maybe 8:15, and then it just gets hot. But cloudy skies, definitely to our north. Might be a little hazy too. Now we'll get a free kick here. Two-person wall. Low one comes in, and we'll have to redo it. Referee Salma Perez didn't blow her whistle yet for the free kick, or for the free kick to be taken. And now the high cross comes in to the back post, and no one can get on that one, and that will roll out of play for a corner. Actually, a Chelsea player deflected it, and that gets out of play for a corner kick. 1-0 here, so big moment for Croy as they're getting multiple set pieces. Corner now coming in to the back post, headed over and out of play. But Croy threatening here with a couple set pieces in the early moments of the second half. And now a turnover as Busquets has it, leads one off to Claremont, but Garrett Morgan once again doing good defensive work, clearing that one and making sure that one rolls out of play for a corner kick. Boy, him and Claremont having quite the battle today. And short corner taken, Busquets. Cross comes in deflected, and the Chelsea player clears. Right to Allen. Allen. And Busquets, long shot, Busquets blocked. And now Chelsea gets it. As that was Alistar Person coming in and leading the charge. Now Garcia on the throw. Jung and Jatubo. Jung won the battle. Now we're all out of play. Chelsea throw. Jatubo and Jung again. Last touch by Jatubo. Jung running throw. Tried to find Santos. That did touch Santos. Out of play. Chelsea throw. Garcia and Person on the line, and that will be a throw. Person tried to throw it in the direction of Jatubo, but Kennedy and Jung did the damage. Now Flores sends one back in, headed up. Direction that falls right to Garcia, who has it by the corner flag. Now him and Kennedy keeps it in. Garcia, Kennedy trying to shield them. Kennedy has it, but then Garcia wins it back, and Garcia is called for the foul. And now it falls back to Garcia after the foul's called, and trying for a long diagonal ball was Garcia. Now Person flick on to Garcia. Garcia has it in the box, gets taken down, nothing. As he overran the shot, and then Kennedy clears it. Headed out of play. Croy throw. Now Kennedy sends it long forward in the vicinity of Busquets. Busquets gets a handle on it, and Busquets still fights for it, and he's going to be called for a foul. And he can't believe it. Jatubo tried to cut inside, no avail. It's knocked out of play for another Chelsea throw. Chelsea with the win. Will be all but through to the next round if they can hold on to the 1-0 lead. Croy looking for any kind of points today as they need it. Don't know the math on if they lost today what the standings in their group would be, but can't imagine it would be very good, as now leaving is Devin Kennedy, coming back in Logan Huber. Kennedy did some nice work, and Huber will go into the left back position. Long cross into the middle. Jatubo head on, but easy catch for Peyton Spencer, and he boots it. Nice touch there by Busquets to control it. Busquets gets around a defender. Tried to send it ahead to Claremont, but they were not on the right page, as that one was too far ahead, and they're going to have to get some link-up play in the offensive third of the field for Croy if they're going to get an equalizer and tie this one up. They just haven't had any link-up play, and the only thing they've really had offensively is set pieces, and they really haven't got one really good chance today. That falls right to Person. Trying to cross field, but intercepted by Feiner. Now there's a counter. See if they can do it. Through ball comes into Claremont. Claremont has it, but heavy touching Garrett Morgan right there again to shut it down. Garrett Morgan, one of the man of the matches so far in this one. And now he's got Victor on the left side. Person pass off. Shot comes in. And then missed, hit the side netting, out of play. And that shot came in from Dario Ramirez. And now Dario Ramirez and Victor Garcia are going to change spots. One will move to right wing, the other to left wing, and Alistar Person had Victor Garcia going down the left into an open spot as Person's playing central midfield. And he picked out Ramirez, and now they'll go right back to the right, but change it this time. Now Flores in the center. Flores to Garcia. Garcia tried to chip one in. Flores chasing. Flores tried to keep it in. Flick on, but it just trickled out of play. For another goal kick. Chelsea threatening here, and that. Well, now Croy has it. They got Santos to his right, but goes to Claremont in the center. They're moving Claremont around, get him out of the way of Garrett Morgan. Now they'll send it to the left, Busquets. Busquets, Morgan on Busquets. Now Claremont in the center. Claremont, high shot, curling wide and high. That one never really had a chance, but quite ambitious. Santos got it back on the 1-2, tried to control it off the high foot with the top of his, with his toes with the cleats, but now Croy gets it back. And now end up back a pass, and chasing after it is going to have to be Piper, but he sends it all the way back to Spencer. No reset here. Spencer sends it to Busquets. Busquets, left side with Morgan on him. Tries to get around Morgan. He does. Morgan still with him stride by stride. Morgan, Busquets. Busquets gets taken down, and that's going to be a free kick. As Busquets had the corner, Morgan took him down. Morgan down too. Good defending, though. That'll be another free kick and another time for Sporting Croy to set up another set piece and maybe get an equalizer here. Now it looks like Claremont will be taking the free kick. A lot of tall bodies in the box for Sporting Croy. Claremont comes in. High, back post. Santos heads it back across the goal. Tried to get a head on it. I think that was Huber, and he just couldn't get it on goal, but it takes a deflection. And that'll be another corner kick. That was Huber that tried to get it. Busquets short corner, got Claremont. The outside leaves it to Claremont. Claremont, low shot coming in and scores off the post. Onto Claremont, ties it. That hit the back post and went right into the net. Wow, what a goal by Claremont. It's the first goal of the 2016 Youth National Championships for Sporting St. Croix, and we're all tied at 1. Assist by Busquets. And we have an all-new ball game. Huge, huge moment as Croy, trying to advance to the next round, trying to get any points they can. And now, with that equalizer, they'll look for the winner, and they have all the momentum. As we've played 18 minutes so far in the second half. And now, Warby Jatubo and Tyler Piper plays it, and Allen comes and clears it up. That should be a boost of energy for St. Croix, but now they'll have to withstand the Chelsea attack. And now Busquets has it again down the left side. Busquets shot in, and Davila with the save. And now Victor Garcia on the left side. Tried to flick over Jung. Garcia swarmed by some defenders for Croy. That's Finer, sends it forward, and that's going to roll out for a Chelsea throw. Players now starting to get tired. Hands on knees. We'll have a sub. That's going to be Ashwin Kola coming back into the game for Tyler Piper. And now entering for Chelsea is going to be Jacob Dubose. Back to Jung. Sends it up towards Solon, or Busquets, pardon me, Busquets every side this time, and the goal came from when they had Busquets on Morgan, as Claremont hasn't been able to shake the defender. And now Kola gets it taken away by Dubose. Now Chelsea on the attack, that's Jitubo. Flores chasing after it. Flores and Allen able to send it away. And Jitubo gets shoved to the ground. No foul called, and Huber did that, but Claremont and Yanni, Reed Yanni. Yanni gets there first and just clears it. And now Busquets back to Claremont. Claremont cross in, tried to find Kola. Davila gets it. Pass coming in, that's Person. He's got Garcia in the box. Now Garcia will have to get back onside. Person. Back to Flores. Garcia, Flores. Now to Person, flick on to Flores. Low cross comes in, stopped by Allen, and Allen clears as Busquets now looks to hold it up, and then Busquets gets it back. Tried to send Claremont, but Claremont never started his run towards the ball. Jong header. Finey, plenty of time with it. Up to Lant. Or pardon me, that's Farrington. I was trying to find a diagonal ball, but right to the goalie, Davila. Now Person called for a foul. Busquets and Morgan in a battle for it. Morgan gets it, now Busquets. Jitubo now helping out. Double team. Busquets gets through both of them. Jitubo slide tackle. Able to leave it to Morgan, who clears. But it falls right to Allen. Allen to Piper. Piper, Finey, Allen. Long ball over. Nice chest down by number 42. All right. Cross comes in. Headed to the back post. Claremont. And Claremont's called for a foul as Yanni went up for the header too. Claremont at a Looks like a little shove there. And now Finer. Back to Allen. Now Garcia. Dubose dispossessed. Busquets ambitious. Chelsea has it, but that falls right to Farrington. Farrington, Claremont. And now, oh, tried to nutmeg Morgan, but Morgan able to make the play. Zhang now smothers that one and gets up and plays it. Cola. Nice move, goes charging in. Now down the right side, that's going to take a deflection off of Angel Ramirez for another corner kick. And Sporting St. Croix, ever since they got the goal, 18 minutes to go in this half, they have been on the front foot. We'll get a sub here. Looks like Alistar Person is going to be leaving the field. Coming back on is Maicel Sanchez. Corner comes in, finds the head of Cola and just over the bar. Man, that was a Cola rose above everyone and just couldn't get enough downward direction on the header. But boy, nice attempt, just over the bar. That falls to Dubose. Or pardon me, that's actually Ramirez. Pass intended for Jitubu. And now Claremont has it. Claremont trying to get around Morgan. Now Claremont cross comes in, and there are a couple players in the box, but Davila never going to get through. Long ball coming in, headed up by Farrington. Chelsea gets it. Now Busquets. Busquets and Dubose. Busquets definitely has the size advantage. Claremont on the left now. Claremont cuts in again. Right-footed shot curling to the near post and a save by Davila. Claremont scored that one. He's getting ambitious. One back post on his goal. Tried to beat him near post. That one just didn't have enough of the paces. Coming out of his box is Spencer, and he'll send it back forward. High quality soccer being played here in game number 2 of pool play for the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships. That ball taken down. Feiner trying to defend it. That falls to Cola. Cola chips it over to Busquets. Busquets cuts in, now cuts out. He's got some Morgan shot. It scores! Busquets gives Sporting Croy the lead. What a play. He fakes out Garrett Morgan and then just blasts a shot into the back of the net. And Croy, now 2 unanswered goals, has the lead. "15 minutes remaining in this one, and Sporting Croy really are the Cinderella stories. They came back in 2015 to qualify for this tournament in their region tournament. And then this year they make the league. They earn a spot through the National League, and now down 2-0. Looks like their tournament down and out. Their 2 star players, Atta Clarimon and Busquets, Vladimir Judy, lead them back and give them a lead. Busquets with an assist and a goal, and that one was just a howler. You can read all about Sporting St. Croix on the U.S. Youth National Team website. Just on the corner, on the page where it says Nationals, just scroll down a little bit. You'll be able to see the story that was done. Great story. Head coach Tony England talked about the Haitians, the 3 Haitians they have on their team, and how they've played an impact and how they're the Cinderella stories. And they're coming back and having a Cinderella story type here with their tournament lives on the line. And now they'll have to hold the lead for the final 15 minutes in this one. Feiner switches over the field. They'll send it, actually head of it in the middle. It's trying to find Colo, but nice slide tackle by Flores. And Flores, who had 2 goals yesterday and 6 goals in the Region 3 tournament, has been pretty silent today. Now Flores, the captain, with it. As that one's given away by Ramirez, and it falls right to Feiner. Ever since the first goal of the game by Warby Jatubo, Chelsea hasn't really had that many chances. A great double save in the first 5 minutes of the game by Peyton Spencer to keep Chelsea off the board. But other than that, it's been hard to pick out a one chance. They haven't had really one in the second half. They've had a couple runs that have been good, but not able to get that final connecting pass in the final third. And it's been all Sporting Croy here. And now Cola trying to get it with Jung, and it falls to Clarimon, now playing on the right side, and they will win themselves a free kick. We'll have a sub here. It looks like Nathan Feiner leaving, coming on. The big defender and defensive midfield, Robert Enigbogu. And another set piece here for Croy, maybe to extend their lead. You got about 4 bodies in the box. Taken high, and that's at the near post, and Davila easy save, as that was Patrick Allen that took the free kick there. Allen up to Flores in the center. Flores now. Jatubo. Flores. Flores tries to chip for Tate. Taryn Tate now coming into the game, getting an extra striker on. for the last 10 minutes of the game. Partly sunny sky, some cloud cover helping, but it's humid out here. Sanchez, Flores taken down, and that's going to be a free kick. Very dangerous area, about 20 yards out, just to the the right corner of the box, maybe even a little more in. This is in dangerous area for Flores. 2-1. 10 minutes left. Dangerous spot here as Chelsea trails. Chelsea looking to get the equalizer as they scored first but have conceded twice. And now Flores over coming in. Blocked by the wall. Now Flores again tried to get another one, and then they're yelling for a handball. But no, says Salma Perez. All the Chelsea players conceding. Now they're on the counter. Claremont going. He's trying to get around Dubose. Claremont on Dubose, cutting back in. Shot comes in. Tried to find one of those Croy players in the box. And it looks like they won themselves a corner as that ball was deflected. A couple of defenders for Croy clapping, and I couldn't really see the penalty shout in the box. I was blocked off by the players, but all the Chelsea players were definitely wanting a penalty. We'll get the corner kick here. Busquets going to take this one. And we'll have a foul called. So I think that's on Enigbogu. But Davila was there for the punch. Back underway as Salma Perez had to talk with our fourth official, Brian DePaulo. Our assistant referees are Adam Sanchez and Michael Lathanier. And now Charlie Flores has some space down the right. And he sends it across, falls right to the feet of Taryn Tate. Can't handle it, and then Warby Jatubo has him, just skies it over the bar. Oh, what a chance there. Taryn Tate couldn't get on the end of that one. And even Warby tried to get in his second of the day and just couldn't get it down. And that might be the chance, the best chance with the time remaining in this one. And now Chelsea will work out from the back as it starts with Danielle Lopez. Up to Capacete. Now to the right for Ramirez. Ramirez trying to cut inside, has it, and he gets boxed out. And that ball rolled out of play for another goal kick. Or pardon me, that's actually Garrett Morgan on the outside coming in from his right back position. And now one of the fans has been asked to leave or to move. The fans have been asked to move from under a tree on the end line to more of a spot on the sideline. or move out from behind the goal. And a couple subs coming back in is Julian Martinez. Also coming in is Zachary Lant. Leaving for Chelsea is number 16, Taryn Tate. And now that header, Claremont couldn't get to it as Lopez got there in time. Lopez now looking for his next spot, sends it up forward in the vicinity of Flores. Flores couldn't keep it in. And that's going to be a throw. And now Cola, Farrington, and that last touch Flores, and that'll be a Croy throw. Busquets now, he tries to hold it up in the corner. He does successfully, and that will be another throw in for Croy as they're trying to kill this one off as they lead 2-1. 2 second half goals from Busquets and Anta Claremont have given Sporting St. Croix the lead they desperately needed, and the win potentially to keep them alive. Busquets now in the corner. That one last off by a Chelsea player for another throw. Now Chelsea gets possession, and they'll look to get on the counter here. Can't be much time left in this one. They'll send it forward, and that's booted right back as Busquets and Morgan in another battle. Busquets called for the foul. They'll quickly take this one. Flores over the free kick. Takes it short. They got men in the box. Now back to Flores. Flores trying to set up a cross. He does, trying to get it on his right foot. Sends one high in, and that stays in play. Dubose trying to keep it in, but he'll get a throw in, and quick throw to Jatubo, edge of the box. Jatubo has it. Jatubo sends it back out to Capacete, now over to the right. Cross comes in. Tried to find Jatubo over ahead of Dubose. Able to, Ramirez had it for a second, but got caught up in his feet. It's throw-in for Sporting Croy. Lant getting ready to take the throw. Giving some directions. Running throw from Zachary Lant. And we'll have a foul called on Chelsea. Got over the top too much on Ashwin Cola. That was Jacob Dubose. So the free kick here will be taken by Patrick Allen. There's a little misconfusion as Robert Enigbogu didn't think it was coming to him. Now the way on the far side, Busquets has it. Busquets trying to work around Morgan. Busquets now just holds it up in the corner, and that will roll out. Throw in Chelsea. Gotta act quickly. Less than 5 minutes left, probably around 2 or 3 minutes. Bonds to Cola. Over to the right now, and they find Claremont. Claremont will head to the corner. Claremont has it in the corner. Still has it, getting Double team now, still has it, and he won a corner kick for his team. And hears it from the fans and his other players. An appreciation, nice job there as he looks a little tired. And now they take the corner, Busquets in the corner. Gets it taken away. And now they'll start the counter. Moving through. Nice job by Enigbogu to hold up play. But Chelsea gets it back far side. Ramirez tried to find. And now Jatubu leads it off here. Coming in, trying to get the box. Goes around, and Enigbogu's shot, save! Pushed up in the air by Spencer. And that ball actually out of play. And that'll be a corner. So one last chance here for Chelsea to tie it up. Nice play by number 8, Maicel Sanchez. Sanchez weaving through the box and gets one started. Flores taking the corner. High, bender in. Spencer is able to make the play at the edge of the 6-yard box. And he goes down and has it easily. He'll take his time on this one. And just sends it forward. Busquets and Morgan in a foot race. Morgan heads that one out, and Croy wins the throw. And Morgan looks like he's down. Well, his teammates attend to him. And now Morgan's still down. Salma Perez now over there. And now he's up. Maybe it was cramping. I think it was cramping by the looks of it. One of the parents gave him some water to drink. And now the throw in. Falls to Flores after bouncing off a couple heads, and he sends it forward. Streaking down the right side is Angel Ramirez. Ramirez is at Jatubo in the box, but good defense there by Coleman Farrington. Farrington wins it and then sends it back up to Clarimone. Ata Clarimone just needs to hold it, but there's no one ahead of him. And 4 Chelsea defenders, and he just sends it forward and will concede the goal kick. And that is the end of the game. And Sporting St. Croix has defeated Solar Chelsea Red 2-1. In game number 2 of this one, goals in the second half by Ata Clarimone tied it up after a first half goal by Warby Jatubo in the 5th minute. Clarimone scored to tie it up, and the winner came on a screamer from Busquets, who also assisted on the Clarimone goal. And that is how the scoring was, and that what led to the 2-1 Sporting win over Chelsea. Now, I'll tell you who this great USU soccer tournament is brought to you by. The USU Soccer National Championships are brought to you by Nike, which is the official supplier of US Youth Soccer. Also brought to you by Bubba Burger, the official family fun burger. Kohl's is the official department store of US Youth Soccer. National Mango Board, an official snack of US Youth Soccer. MLS is the official grassroots partner of US Youth Soccer. Nestle Nesquik, which is the official post-game drink of US Youth Soccer. Imagine the players on these 2 teams will be grabbing some Nestle Nesquik after this one. Positive Coaching Alliance, proud sponsor of US Youth Soccer. Toyota, the official automobile of US Youth Soccer. Wilson Trophy Company, the official awards, medals, and pin supplier of US Youth Soccer. National Soccer Coaches Association of America, official sponsor of US Youth Soccer. Liberty Mutual Insurance, the official auto, home, life, and workers' compensation insurance of U.S. Youth Soccer, and Turbo Sports Group, the official video streaming production company of the U.S. Youth Soccer webcast. Once again, Sporting St. Croix defeats Solar Chelsea Red 2-1. Thanks for tuning in.